And now, here we have Professor N. Govula Sandana Krishnan, MSc MPhil, PGDCA, Professor of Mathematics with 32 years of teaching experience at Sri Vasavi Arts and Science College, Erode. He is a member of Sri Satya Sai International Spiritual Organization.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyade Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hello everybody, good morning. I'm really pleased to meet you all for this online program arranged by the Jnanamuni College of Technology. At the outset, I extend my sincere wishes and thanks to the organizers of Jnanamuni College of Technology for giving me this opportunity to meet you all today and share some of my points. Okay, thank you. So the program starts with a course on yoga. At the outset, apart from thanking the organizers, I must also thank my yoga master, Yogacharya Gopalakrishna ji, who was kind enough to permit me to conduct this program. Because a program of this magnitude, which involves telling the salient points of yoga, should be done only by an expert, particularly a yoga master who is trained and well experienced. I am only a practitioner of yoga. But when I told me, Guruji, he allowed me that you'll be the fittest person because you are practicing yoga for so many years, so that you can share your experience with your fellow teachers. So I'm here today with his guidance to start this program. Okay? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, as I was introduced, I am a retired professor. Now talking to fellow teachers, faculty in a virtual platform. The duty of a teacher is always to enlighten the students. Now, as faculty, you have become the students of a retired teacher. Once a student was asked to define a teacher. The student very promptly replied, a teacher is a person What is health? If you take the dictionary meaning of health, it says that a state of well-being, both physically and mentally. That is the definition of health. So by health, you mean both physical health and mental health. When the physical health is at a loss, naturally your mental health is also affected. You are mentally worried. Likewise, when you are mentally worried, that mentally worriedness affects your physique also. So both the physical and mental illness are interrelated. So one affects the other and vice versa. So when I say that the health and stress management,
Sir, your microphone had mute.
hello, are you listening to me?
Yeah, hearing, sir.
Okay.
பிரசன்ட் பண்ண அலோவ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. அலோவ் பண்ண
முடிச்சேன்.
பிரசன்ட் அவர் அவங்க ஆக்சஸ் கொடுக்குறோம் பிரசன்ட் பண்றதுக்கு.
புரியல சொல்லு.
பிரசன்ட் பண்றதுக்கு அலோவ் பண்ணனும், அவங்க அலோவ் பண்றாங்க.
So I have to start my presentation. You will have to allow me to present the presentation, PowerPoint
Okay,
presentation.
sure, sir.
Then only I can continue it. I got the PowerPoint presentation. Please allow me. So gentlemen, as I told you, these two are interrelated now.
இப்பதான் வருது.
Present window. No. So this is my Guruji. I told you, my pranams to Guruji Yogacharya Sri Gopalakrishna Ji. He is the mentor who conducts yoga classes at Erode under the banner of Sai Gurusthan Yoga Center. With his permission only, I have started this program today. Thank you. My pranams to Guruji. Okay, we'll start this session. What is stress? I told you now, your physical and mental health are related to stress only now. What is stress? A stress is nothing but a feeling of tension which is felt physically or emotionally. This is the dictionary version. How does it occur? It occurs because of a thought or action which makes you feel frustrated or angry or nervous. You may be interested to note what are the instances, what are the reasons that induce stress. The first and foremost is your work pressure. Am I correct? The work pressure always gives you a pressure. The time limit, the time lag, which forces you to finish, particularly the IT people. They are always in work pressure. Then the job anxiety. Now, the many private institutions, people working in private institutions, they have their own anxiety whether their job will continue next year or not. Then financial stress. I know that I am attached to a school where during the pandemic period we pay only half the salary. And the teachers were all being used to spending the entire salary. Now they will have to be content with spending only half the salary they receive. So where to get the expenses, where to adjust the means, and these are all some areas which it brings you this stress. So financial stress is there. Naturally, the family disturbances, the event that affect you in the family, that's also the reason for stress. And you are worried about the future. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. Many people always think about tomorrow, what is happening, what will happen tomorrow. That induces the worriness. You must all remember that there is no point in worrying about the future because the past is a cancelled check. The future is a promissory note. So both are useless. And the present is only the hot cash. So if only have the mindset to spend the hot cash, that is the present, there will be no worry. There will be no stress at all. And of course, the COVID-19 is presenting the greatest stress to all people, to all sections of society, irrespective of the age factor. And as faculty, teachers, we have got added one more in the stress, namely the online teaching. For the past 32 years, I have been used to teaching people live, the students. Now, I am conducting a program to my faculty friends, talking to an empty screen. I do not know your faces. This is really a funny experience. And you know how much effort you will have to take, prepare the computer program, run the program without any difficulty. So all adds up to the stress now. Because you will get the immense satisfaction only when you teach the live audience. I'm sure you will agree with me that now. But what to do? The present situation has made us to go online. That actually adds to our stress acting. So what does the stress affect your body? I have given, you can see that figure. The stress affects from your head to foot, all your body, the muscles, lungs, digestive, heart, immune system, reproductive organ, everything is affected by the stress. What are the health problems? That because the body releases hormones, making the muscles to tense and increase the pulse rate. Health problems, what do you get? You get high BP, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression or anxiety, skin problems. Ladies, when they are under stress, they get menstrual problems, constipation, headache, tiredness, and people who are affected by stress, they are difficult in sleeping. And diabetes, maybe it is hereditary. The other factor which induces diabetes in your body is stress. Stress induces diabetes. So these are the areas which affects your body by stress. Now to overcome the method of the stress. Now there are many stress gurus who will give you many ways of overcoming stress. They have written umpteen number of books which tell you the ways and means to overcome stress now. But mainly I have collected some points which gives you some important point which is related to our present presentation. They say increase your activity level. What do you mean by that now? You go on doing physical, don't be keeping idle, because sedentary life always induces your stress. Because when you are under stress, the mind wanders here and there, and unnecessary things get into your mind, and you will become more and more depressed. So always be active. That is one point. The second, they say regular exercise keeps you overcome stress. What is regular exercise? You're walking, jogging, running, swimming. Why? Even dancing. That also is a regular exercise that keeps you to overcome stress now. And you keep yourself free from negative thoughts. Because negativity is one item which always induces stress. So whenever you have the stress, with the negativity, try to overcome that negativity. We all heard of one writer, the famous writer Robin Sharma. He has given a technique of overcoming negative thoughts. He says, tie a rubber band in your hand tightly. Whenever a negative thought comes, pull that rubber band and release it. What will happen? The rubber band will strike your hand with force and it gives a pain. So that pain will make you to overcome the negativity. This is one simple exercise given to overcome the negative thought. So always be positive. Next is laughing. You may laugh at me when you say that laughing is a technique to overcome stress. Yes, it is. Laughing heartfully always gives you the positive feeling now. I have a family friend, husband and wife, his son is in States. They are alone. What they do now in the night time, before they retire to bed, they open the TV and they watch the Vadiveli comedy and laugh. Whether there is meaning or not, they openly laugh loudly, at least for 10 to 15 minutes. And they go to sleep, or say they sleep very well. So laughing is one technique to overcome stress. Then deep breathing. That is one exercise which helps you to overcome stress. And also, you spend more time with the family and friends. But unfortunately, the present tendency is that now you have got one small item in the hand, namely the mobile phone. You go to any family, the father, mother, children are all bending down with their heads down and looking at their hand. And there is no time to spend freely. There was a time when we used to sit together and talk, but that has gone now. Everybody has become an island. So these are all things which make you to overcome stress. So spend more time with the family and friends now. Okay. Now why I am saying all these things? Because What are the techniques are given? All these techniques are combined together in one single form. The best single alternative method is yoga. Yoga is a technique which gives you all the methods which I have described earlier. It is one in a bundle. The bundles are all combined together and is given in the form of yoga by our ancient people. Now, before going to the point, you must know something about the yoga. How does the yoga come into meaning? What do you mean by yoga? The origin of yoga. The word yoga actually comes from the word yug, Y-U-G, yug, which means to unite. What does it unite? If you ask a spiritual person, he will say that the jivatma, that the physical body, is united with the Paramatma, that is the cosmic body. So yoga connects the human with the divine. That is the main point. But simply put, yoga unites the body and the mind. You have seen that one symbol below, that is with the thumb and forefinger joined and 3 fingers straight. This is called Chin Mudra or called Jnana Mudra. This is the mind and this is the body. The body and mind united, and the 3 gunas in the present in everybody is left out. That is the meaning of Jnana Mudra. So whenever you practice, whenever you listen, always try to practice this mudra. That will give you a lot of energy to you now. Okay? Now, as I told you, this yoga was first introduced only by Indians. Our Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization, when they excavated this civilization, they found a lot of mud figures in which different yoga postures were seen. And you know the figure, who was the figure? The figure was nothing but Lord Shiva. So it was found that thousands of years ago, the various postures of yoga are preserved in the mud form, in the form of Lord Shiva. So we can boldly say that it is Lord Shiva who is the first person to introduce yoga. That is why now the whole world is practicing yoga. It is India's gift to the world, After that, you can see the left-hand side one yogi. He is called the Patanjali yogi. His head is human head, body is that of a snake, body snake. This is the person, he is called Patanjali. He is the person who systemized the yoga concept and presented this to the world. He lived in Rameshwaram, the southmost part of India, where his samadhi is there now. Now, the present day yoga exponents, you have got lot many yoga exponents. Baba Ramdev, Jaki Yasdev, and Shri, and so many yoga gurus are there. All are giving the yoga technique based only on Patanjali. So Patanjali is the father of yoga. And from Patanjali, you can see the right hand side of a man called the Shivananda. Shivananda is a person who simplified Patanjali yoga further and gave it to us now. So these 2 persons are the basic persons who have systemized the art of yoga and given to us. So you must be proud to say that we the Indians have given a gift to the entire universe now. Okay, what is the main aim of yoga? You can see that. See, there are, in the backbone, you can see there are mainly 6 centers. I have given 7 life centers. Actually, there are 6 centers. There are Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, and Agna. The Agna chakra is in between the eyebrows. This is the third eye. You can solve it now. So these chakras are placed in the backbone, spine. What are the functions of these chakras? They are, in fact, they are the life forces. If your body is to be fit and correct, these chakras must be activated now. Only when these chakras are activated, the pranic force, namely the life force, it flows from the bottom to the head. There should be no disturbance. Only when these chakras are very clear, activated, the flow of energy is uniform and you will enjoy a healthy life. Whenever there is some problem in any of the chakras, you will get disease. That's all. This is a simple fact. How do your health is affected? Because one of these 6 chakras is affected by something, either your food or your bad habits, something like that. So the main aim of yoga is to activate these chakras. Once the chakras are activated, you will feel very, 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 very agile. You will feel very, very fresh and you will have full of energy now. That is the main point of yoga. I have given you the benefits of yoga, see. It is a scientific technique. My dear friends, yoga is not an ordinary thing. It is purely scientific, I told you. It improves flexibility. It improves your strength. It gives you balance and stamina. Many ailments are cured. It not only cures your diseases, but also stops the already existing disease in your body from further progressing. So the existing disease in your body, they will stop. And slowly when you practice yoga periodically, slowly the disease will get diminish and they will finally they will disappear from the body. It is 100% fact. I have seen people suffering from back pain, migraine, so many diseases. I have seen one person, my colleague, who was suffering from cervical spondylitis. He tried many doctors. They give prescriptions of medicines. It's only added to his problem. What did he do? He went to Chennai. There is one in Adayar. There is one Yogacharya. Yoga Mandiram is there now. Yoga Mandiram Yoga Center. He went there. They taught him some simple asanas and pranayama, breathing technique. And he came back, practiced that. Within a week, he was all right. So it is a magical cure given by yoga. Okay, it's a form of physical and mental therapy. So many people are using yoga as an alternative form of therapy. Many doctors say they instead of after giving medicine, they say you practice yoga, you do breathing, you do this, you do this asana. They recommend because this the medicine we take only arrests the disease. It does not cure, but yoga gives you complete cure for your disease now, and it makes you fresh. The difference between ordinary exercise like walking, running, jogging, and yoga is that now when you do the physical exercise, you become tired in the afternoon, you go to sleep. But when you do yoga in the morning, you feel fresh. The beauty is that the freshness you get in the morning is maintained throughout the day till the evening. Look at me. I am running 74. I am doing daily yoga in the morning for 1.5 hours. I am able to talk to you at this age for 1.5 hours because of my yoga. So it keeps you fresh mentally and physically. That is why they have chosen this topic for the first session, so that when you understand this and practice this, throughout all the sessions, you will be more and more very happy and engaged energetically. Now, what is the present aim? I want to tell you. Many people say that yoga is the art which makes you to bend the body this way or that way, forward, backward, and makes you strain yourself now. My dear friends, please remove that concept from your mind. Yoga is not only the physical exercise. It involves 3 basic things. One is called meditation, dhyana, and the other is called asanas, the physical exercise. The third one is the pranayama, which is called the breathing technique. You can see that pranayama, I given the lungs. So the pranayama treats the lungs now. So these 3 things together form what is called the yoga, which we are going to do only these 3 things today. Okay. First, we will start with the meditation technique. What is meditation? It is nothing but dhyana. Many people have their misconception. They carry on in their mind that you'll have to go to a forest, sit in a secluded place under a tree, close your eyes and go on meditating. not like that. You be in the house, you run your normal course, you can still do the meditation now. All you have to do is what? To concentrate now. There are many techniques available on meditation. We are going to see only one simple technique, which will be very useful for you now. Okay? All of you are ready for that now? We'll give you practical. I want every one of you to involve in it and do it, because this is a very great technique now. Okay? All of you, sit straight. Sit straight, all of you. Now hold your hand like this. This is called the chin mudra, with thumb and forefinger close together, and these three fingers tight. Keep it on your lap. Close your eyes gently and simply watch your breath. Breath watching. Simply watch your breath, how the breath goes in and comes out, you see. This is the breath given to you when you were born. When you were born, the first breath went inside. And from then on, it started going out and coming in and out for years and years together. Without any of your effort, it is being done. It's a God's gift to keep you alive. Finally, when the breath stops going inside, you become dead. So till that time, automatically the breath goes in and out. This is a gift. This is a boon given by the universe to us now. Say thanks to that breath and watch it simply. Simply watch how the breath goes inside and comes out. If any thought comes and disturbs you, don't worry about. Bring back your attention to the breath. Enjoy the breath. Watch how the breath goes inside, how it comes out. Concentrate your attention on breath alone. Do not be carried away by any thought which disturbs you. Bring back your attention on the breath. See how the breath goes in and comes out. Slowly, gently it goes and comes out. Watch your breath. Watch your breath. Well, for want of time, I am cutting short the practice. You practice it. You sit in a silent place without any disturbances and sit straight, close your eyes and watch your breath. At least for 1 minute, if you are able to concentrate, it will be a great advantage. Slowly, then you can introduce your time factor. With meditation, it is not only it cures the stress, it gives you greater concentration power now. Okay, this increases the attention, particularly for the teachers. This will be a very useful technique. This is called the meditation I given now. Okay, the simple technique which you can follow. Okay, the second one is benefits of meditation I given now. It reduces stress, it controls anxiety, it betters emotional health, lengthens attention span, it improves sleep and decreases blood pressure. BP is reduced. Daily, if you concentrate on meditation, automatically your high BP will come to normal. It was for sure. You can do it now. Okay? Then the second part I told you, the asanas. There are various forms of asanas which you will be presently doing along with me here. Okay? What is the asanas? The physical exercise. They are the energy pulling exercises. They train the backbone. Spine becomes supple. The body becomes flexible. It is very useful technique in reducing your stress, anxiety, depression, and other negative emotions now. So I given one figure, it's called a Surya Namaskar. This is the basic, very important asanas in every type of yoga you have. It's called Surya Namaskar. It consists of 12 poses in one leg, and the other leg you have 12 poses. 1 to 6 one pose, then 6 to 1 reverse pose. This is the given I given. But I'm not going to do it here now because it requires the attention and guidance of an eminent guru. I given you, just introduced you the concept of Surya Namaskar. It's a very, very powerful asana which is very equivalent to your walking, your one Surya Namaskar, 1 round of Surya Namaskar is equivalent to 1 kilometer walking. So you can understand how best effective is now. You can learn this under the expert guidance of a guru only now. I have introduced you the concept of Surya Namaskar now. We'll pass on to next item. We come to the very powerful technique called pranayama. What do we pranayama? Prana means the breath. Yama means expansion. So prana, ayama. This is the two words combined together called as pranayama. Pranayama means life force and ayama means expansion. So pranayama means expansion or extension of life. If only you know the correct technique of breathing, you will live longer. You may wonder to know that when we breathe in, the breath does not go through both the nostrils at the same time. You can check it up. You can keep your finger and watch. The breath goes only through one nostril at a time and comes out. After some time, the other nostril is activated and the breath goes in out. At the same time, the breath does not go through both the nostrils and come out. Understand? So by perfecting the technique of pranayama, you will be able to do the breathing technique very effectively. The breathing, you know, it has got a very, very strong effect on your lifetime. If you are able to control the breath, you can live longer. You may be surprised to note that in the Himalayas, there are many yogis, there are many masters, there are many jnanis, whose average lifetime is, how much you can guess? It is beyond 100 years. There are people who are living 150 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years people are living. You could have heard of one famous jnani, Mahavatar Babaji. He is living for 1,000 years. I'm not joking. It is a fact. People who have gone to Himalayas and done tapas have met him. He comes in different forms. He is formless. He is called deathless avatar. All these because of practicing pranayama. You need not live 200 years or 100 years now. As long as you live, you should be free from disease. For that, pranayama, this breathing technique helps you. I'll tell you how to do it later. Breathing, I tell you. So when in stress, fear or lust or anger, you breathe heavily. The breathing comes quick and uneven. A restless monkey breathes 32 times per minute, whereas a man breathes 18 times per minute. But you know, the animals which have a longer lifetime, they have a breathing rate less than a man. You will be surprised to note that the giant tortoise, which lives up to 300 years, it breathes only 4 times per minute. Is it not a wonder? So breathing plays a very, very important role in our life now. I told the benefits of breathing. It decreases stress, increases calmness, relieves pain, improves immunity, it increases energy, it lowers BP, it cures breathing problem. Particularly in the COVID-19 case, you know, people suggest, doctors suggest, do yoga, do breathing, they say. So if you are very good in breathing technique, your lungs you will become strong and your lungs will not be affected now. So you will have to practice these breathing techniques. Even if you're not able to do asanas, do the breathing technique, which I will be presently telling you how to do it now. The first type of pranayama is called Kapalabhati. This is one powerful technique, Kapalabhati. Kapala means the skull and Bhati means cleaning. So Kapalabhati means skull cleaning. If you do it, the skull becomes very, very shiny. Your face will become radiant. How to do it? Very simple technique. You will have to forcibly exhale the breath. You need not inhale. Automatically the inhalation takes place now. So you will have to forcibly exhale. Are you ready to say it now? How I do it now? Just watch me. Then you can practice now. Just watch me. How I do Kapalabhati. You see now? Close it. Just see now. That's all. So you will have to only exhale the breath. The inhalation automatically it will goes. Don't be in a hurry. Do it slowly, gently, with the full concentration. If you do it, your face will become radiant. What are the benefits of Kapalabhati? You can see that now. It's a Sarvaroga Nivarana. All diseases are cured by Kapalabhati. Firstly, it cleans the respiratory system. Your asthma is relieved. Lung problems will be relieved. Your lungs will get strengthened. And the constipation, need not take any tablets or any eczema, enema. Constipation will clearly, it will go away. And you do it continuously, you need not do an exercise, your weight will become reduced. Obesity, diabetes, acidity, kidney, and prostate disease of the men are all cured by this one technique. The second technique of pranayama is called Anuloma Viloma. Very simple technique. It is called as alternate nose breathing technique. What do you mean alternate nose? Just listen to me. You close your right nose with your thumb, okay? And inhale through the left. And close the left nostrils with your ring finger and exhale through the right. Now through the right, inhale, close it with the thumb and exhale through the left. This is called one round. Are you able to follow? Inhale through the left, close it, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, exhale through the left. This is one round. Very slowly you can do it. Just watch, I'll do one round. You can see. Is that clear? So, close right nostril, inhale through the left side, close left nostril, open the right, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, and exhale through the left. This is called Anuloma Viloma. You can practice any number of ones. Only thing is that your stomach should be empty. Okay? Practice with full concentration. What are the benefits of Anuloma Viloma? It cleans 72 nadis% in your body. It gives you extra supply of oxygen to the lungs. Your concentration increases. There are 3 dosas available in our body. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. These 3 things only control our physics. All the diseases due to Vata, Pitta, Kapha are cured. And remember, my dear friends, it has been proved scientifically, if you have got any block in your heart, the blockages in heart are removed if you continuously do this Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. It's a very powerful technique now. Okay? Then, the third type of pranayama is called the Brahmari pranayama. Brahmari means it is related to a bee, the honey bee. What you have to do is now, look at that figure now. You, with this thumb, you close your ears, plug your ears with thumbs, and spread your fingers across the face. Okay? Cover the face with the fingers. Inhale through both the nostrils and exhale. When you exhale, you produce a humming sound in the throat. What? It produces a humming sound. That sound must be that of like a bee, honey bee. You know how a honey bee produces sound. That sound should be there. Just watch, I'll do 2 rounds. You can watch it now. You can practice later. See that now. Mm. That's all. If you do it 5 to 6 rounds, no, you will get lot of benefit. What are the benefits of Brahmari Pranayama? The vibrating sound creates a soothing effect on the mind. Your BP will get reduced. If you have any sleeping problem during the night, if before going to bed, you do this Brahmari Pranayama at least 5 to 6 times, you will have very good sleep because the mind becomes calm, mental tension goes out, and voice is improved, and throat problems will not come back. Okay, it's called a B breath, Brahmari Pranayama. Okay, so these are 3 things, areas I have told you. One is the meditation, and these asanas, and the Brahmari Pranayama. Now we are going to practice this. Are you ready to practice now? You have done meditation. I will not go to it now. Now we are going to present the simple techniques of doing some simple asanas which will keep you very fit. It is called as the energy pulling exercises. I am sure they will all be having pants and shirt now. You can sit and do it now. Understand? But do it. You follow it, do it. Then only you can understand the effect now. Shall we start now? Okay. You have got a person here. You will be seeing a person here who will present to you some simple techniques of energy pulling exercises. Okay, this will help you to overcome the stress now. Do it daily. You will become very, very relieved. Here is one madam. She is Mrs. Anuradha Swami. She has been practicing yoga for so many years. In fact, she is a yoga teacher. Whenever the Guruji is absent, she conducts the yoga classes in the institute now. So she is an expert in telling you the details of this now. Okay? Are you able to see now? See her now? Okay. Now we are going to do some simple exercise for the eyes first. Your eyes must be very, very, what shall we say, very, very strong. Should be very in good condition. For that you have got an exercise now. Look at her now. Now sit straight, look straight, your backbone straight, look straight, without turning your head, just look up, look up. Only the eyeballs must move up. Then look down, don't bend your head. Only eyeballs must go up and down, up, down, look up, look down, look up, look down, center. Turn your eyeball to left side, left. Turn your eyeball to right, left. Only the eyes must rotate. Eyeballs. Don't move your head. Right, left, right. You do this 5 times each. Now, next, you see that now? Rotate the eyeballs. Rotate the eyeballs clockwise direction. Slowly, gently rotate in the clock direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in the anti-clockwise direction, reverse direction. Rotate now. Only eyeballs rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. Now look at your eyebrow center. Your eyeballs must look at the eyebrow center, the space between the 2 eyebrows. Then look at your tip of the nose. Look at the tip of the nose. Again, eyebrow center, tip of the nose. Eyebrow center, tip of the nose. Relax. Blink your eyes now. Blink your eyes. Powerfully, forcefully blink your eyes. Blink, 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 blink. Eyes blink, 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 blink. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Tight, 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 tight. Open your eyes. Blink your eyes. Blink, 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 blink. Tight, 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 tight. Close it, tight, 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 tight. Open up. Again, close your eyes. Tight, 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 tight. Open up. Now, rub both hands. Rub both hands. Rub both hands and place gently on your eyes. It is called palming, palming of the eyes, which gives you energy to the eyes now. So if you continuously do this eye exercise, your common eye problems like your red eye, short sight, long sight, squint eye are all removed. This is for the exercise for the eyes. Then you do the exercise for your neck. Now, inhale and look up. Inhale up, raise your neck up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Center. Turn to your right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Center. Now rotate your eyes, neck in the clockwise direction. 1, slowly, gently rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5. Anti-clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now tilt your head to the left, your right, the left, to the right, left, right, center. Look up front, back, front, back, front, back. Stop. So this neck exercise will give you relief to your, will strengthen your neck muscles. The cervical spondylitis, all these things will not come. So your neck will be very strong now. So you have finished the eye exercise, neck exercise. Next we do it for shoulder, because as you get aged, your shoulder becomes painful. We do some exercise for the shoulders now. Place your hands on your knee. Raise your shoulder up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. Down. Now, keeping their hands on the, rotate your shoulders now. Clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3. Anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3. Now fold your arms. Fold your arms. Now rotate now. Fully rotate now gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anti-clockwise now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. So this gives you energy, strength to your shoulders, a shoulder exercise. Then we do some exercise for the hands, fingers. Just extend your fingers like this now. Okay? You like to hold your fingers like this, and release. Okay? See that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you place your thumb inside. You see that now? Thumb inside. Close it to form a fist and rotate your fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Then front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. So this gives the exercise for your hands. So eyes, we have said, neck, shoulders, hands. Then what is remaining? Your legs. So we will do it for a leg exercise. Just see that now. You stretch your leg. First, only the toes only you bend. Understand? You bend the toes, only the toes only. Don't bend the foot. Only the toes you bend 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend the toes up and back and front back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then rotate your feet clockwise 5 times. Then anti-clockwise 5 times. Okay? So this finishes the leg exercise now. Up and down. Now another exercise for leg, you see, this will keep your hip and legs in strength now. Now sit, spread your leg, arms back, head back. Now raise your right leg up, down, up, down, up, down. Similarly for left leg, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now both the legs, do for both the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough. Then rotate your right leg in the clock direction. 1, 2, 3. Anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3. Similarly for other leg, do it for other leg. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this finishes the exercise for your body. So if you practice this daily in the morning, you will feel energetic now. This is called the energy pulling exercise now. Now we are going to do one special technique. I told you now, the physical exercise includes dancing. In yoga also, we do dancing. Understand? This is a very powerful, very interesting item wherein you dance. Very simple. Don't be hesitant. If I think most of you are at home only or in the classroom, you can spread out and do the dancing now. This is a very powerful exercise which increases the lung power. Lung power is more increased and keeps you more energetic. What does she do it now? Spread your arms like this now. And what happens? You'll have to do this dancing technique. Simultaneously lift your right leg and do it now. See how does she do it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, you must do it with full interest and concentration now. Now this is with both arms touched now. The second will be with both arms in one side. You see it now. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thus. So this is the form of dancing which you must learn. It may look funny, but you know, it's a very, very powerful technique now. You are going to do it in the house. So lock the main door. Inside the room, you do it with your family, your wife, your son, daughters. You all can join together and do the dancing. You play some music and dance. It's a very, very powerful exercise which gives you more energy. You can in fact enjoy the effect of this dancing after that now. Okay? This is, I given you simple ideas about the physical exercise of asana. Now, because of want of time, I want to complete the other aspects which will give you more and more energy. I told you 3 aspects, only the meditation and then the asanas and the pranayama. Breathing technique I have given. You remember that now? Anuloma, first pranayama is the Kapalabhati pranayama, wherein you forcibly exhale the breath. Understand? Second one is the Anuloma Viloma pranayama, where you inhale through the left, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, and exhale through the left. This is the Anuloma pranayama. Third one is the Brahmari pranayama, where you plug your ears with your thumb, spread your fingers across the face, inhale. When you exhale, you make the sound of a bee. That is one aspect I told you, pranayama. Okay, these 3 are the major parts of this yoga technique now. Apart from that, we are going to see some interesting aspect now. Understand? You can sit. Now, there is one therapy called sound therapy. We have got what is called the sound therapy. What is sound therapy? It is the sound of animals. You see any animal, a dog or a donkey or a cat or a goat, they don't have BP, they don't have sugar, they don't have sneezing, they don't have hypertension. Why? Because God has given them a technique of producing sounds. Every animal has got its own way of producing sounds. Am I correct now? And our ancestors, our yoga masters, have observed these sounds. And they found that if the humans are also able to produce the same type of sounds, they will be free from diseases now. So, in the yoga science, in the yoga therapy, they have included this art of sound therapy. I have seen people who are aged people who are unable to do asanas, they do pranayama, and they do the laughing therapy, sound therapy. Sound only they produce in the house. Understand? First and foremost thing you must remember in mind is that you should not be hesitant. It is done for your sake, for the welfare of your physique. So don't have any hesitation in doing this now. You can tell your friends, you can tell your wife, you can tell your children to practice now. Okay, we shall start first now producing the sound of what shall it do? Dog. How does a dog bark? You must be forcibly, with all your energy, you must produce the sound now. Okay? Start now. Produce sound. Bow. 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 So, with the stomach, it will come up. And the main point in producing the sounds is that your anus must go up. Lift your anus up. That is the only thing you must do. Lift your anus up when producing sound. Don't simply, for the sake of doing this sound therapy, don't do it. Bow, bow, bow. Don't do it now. With all full energy, you must do it now. Bow, bow, bow. So this is how you must do the dog. Next, we'll do the sound of a cat. Cat. How does the cat sound? Meow. 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 So this is a sound. When you make the sound, the jaws must be pulled back. Don't say meow, meow. The jaws must be pulled back. Not only the facial paralysis, people sometimes get the facial paralysis in the winter season. It is not be there. If you practice this, it will not come there for you. Facial paralysis will be completely stopped now. So practice this now. You pull the jaws and pull up the anus. That is one. So you have seen dog, we have seen cat, then we see that crow. How does the crow cry? Ka, 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 ka. With full throat, you must produce sound. So we say dog, cat, and then crow. Then you got goat. How does the goat sound? Meh, 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 meh. So this is how we go to praise now. So don't be sluggish, feel bad in doing it now. Do it with full interest now. Then finally, donkey. How does a donkey sound? This is how donkey. So these 5 sounds, what are they? Tell me. What is it? Order is immaterial. Dog, then cat, crow, then goat, finally donkey. These sounds you produce in the house now, it will keep you very, very healthy. This is called as sound therapy now. Understand? Sound produces a very good effect. Your eyes will start sparkling. You can see that now. Okay? Then one more thing is that we are going to do what is called the another therapy. It's a therapy. It is a medical item, therapy. You just have got this allopathy therapy, Ayurvedic therapy, it is the yoga therapy. Yoga therapy is given you, the sound therapy are given. We are now going to see the laughing therapy. People nowadays, my dear friends, have totally forgotten to laugh. They don't know what do you mean by smiling, how to laugh, they don't know. Because they are always under stress, thinking this and that now, they fail to laugh. You know, laughing produces lot of chemical changes in the body. Your lungs will get activated. Understand? There will be no problem of breathing. Breathing problem goes out now. Your lungs will get strengthened now. If there is any plum inside the lungs, you know, once you complete this laughing, this plum will come out outside now. That's why in Tamil, there is a saying that Vai vittu sirichal, noi vittu pogum. If you laugh happily, all the disease will fly away from your body. This is saying in Tamil now. So you must smile, you must know to smile, you must know to laugh now. Because when you keep a smiling face, you know, the face will be, what shall I say, will be radiant. People who see you will come and talk to you. If you keep your face grim and look like a monarch, you know, like that, a stone, nobody will come to you. The human relations will get affected now. It has been proved scientifically that to keep your face grim, about 107 muscles have to work. Understand? But if you want to keep your face smiling, only 7 muscles are required. You can see that now, scientifically proved now. So always keep a smiling face. What happens when you keep smiling, the mind gets a message. Oh, this fellow is happy, he says. So the happiness spreads throughout the body now. So even if you are not, 100% fully fit to smile, fake smiling, the body, the brain will understand, oh, this fellow is smiling, he's smiling. So it feels happy. Understand? That is the main point in remember. So always keep smiling. Secondly, laugh. How to laugh? There are 2 types of laugh. We are going to say it now. First thing, I want every one of you to please practice it now. Don't just be a witness to this. I want you to practice it now. Then you only can understand the effect now. So my mission will be completed if you take home some of the points which I am sharing with you now. Understand? Okay, friends? Okay. Now. First, close your lips and laugh. See that now? Now, open your mouth and laugh. Okay. Now 3 times you laugh for the program. Laugh now. Raise your hands, all of you. Now for the organizers, raise your hands now. Now for yourself, raise your hands and laugh. Hope you enjoyed this laughing therapy. It's a therapy. It's a medicinal value we got there now. Okay, this is called the medicinal therapy now. Now, once we completed this, the meditation, the asanas, and the breathing therapy, breathing technique, and the sound therapy, and finally the laughing therapy, we are coming to the close of the session now. So once you started this session with the meditation, you will end this with a silent meditation. That is called relaxation. Relaxation is a powerful technique. Nagesh, slide. I'll show you the slide. No? It is called a relaxation technique. It's a very powerful technique which you all must know. Practice it now. even if you're not practicing any of this, relaxation. You see, it's a powerful technique to have peace in body and mind. Relax every part of the body from head to foot. By doing this, your BP is reduced. Below you can see a pose. It is called a Shavasana pose. What is that now? It is the pose of a dead body. Lie down on your back, spread your arms, spread your legs. That's all. Do nothing. Somebody is talking. Somebody is talking. Please mute your phone, please. Somebody mute your phone, please. We are coming to the end of section. Please. So keep your body lying on the flat now. It is called the dead body pose now. Like a dead body, you lie down. Spread your arms, spread your legs now. Close your head, close your eyes, and relax now. Understand? Now I think all will be sitting there in your chair now. You can do it from sitting now. Just close your eyes, all of you. Spread your legs, spread your arms, sit straight. Just to follow what I say, you will understand. Now, concentrate on your body parts. Relax your right leg. Relax your left leg. Both the legs are relaxed. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your hip. Relax your abdomen. Relax your chest. Relax your neck. Relax your face. Relax, relax, relax. The front side of the body is completely relaxed. Now relax your backside. Relax your buttocks. Relax your lower back. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hands. And the whole body is relaxed. Relax, relax, relax. Stay there. Enjoy the benefit of relaxation. Relax your body. Relax your whole body. Relax, relax, relax. Slowly open your eyes. Rub both hands. Rub both hands and play gently on your eyes now. You can see on the right hand side one prayer called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a technique of relaxation. It's called a guided meditation, wherein you will be continuously given a sequence of instructions. You simply lie down, close your eyes, and follow the sequences. Understand? It is called the Yoga Nidra, a very powerful technique. Daily you will have to practice for at least 30 to 40 minutes. There is a CD is there now, available now. If you practice that, many of the health problems will be relieved. Particularly night time, when you listen, you will have a very good sleep. Your BP will get reduced. Your stress will completely go away. The Yoga Nidra by the Yoga Master Gopalakrishna Ji is available in the YouTube. You go to YouTube and click for the ask for the Yoga Nidra by Yoga Ji Gopalakrishna Ji. You will find it now. You can follow it now. It's a very powerful technique now. Okay? Okay then. I will come to the last session. Namely, I have completed almost all the necessary points for you now. If you got any doubt, any clearance you want, you can please make a note of this. It is called the Sai Gurusthan Yoga Center, run by Yogacharya Gopalakrishna Ji. It is an Ayurveda Natural Cure Center where we practice yoga also now. Understand? Every day we have meditation, healing, counseling, pyramid, light meditation. The general batch is there for gents and ladies, and in the morning, and for ladies also we got separate batch. So anybody who wants to join, we can join online also. You can, for any guidance, you can contact the following numbers. Please note down the following numbers Sai Gurusan Yoga Center, Terkupallam, Tyndale, Erode. Okay, I given the contact numbers also given now. You can contact, if you're interested, you can contact and practice yoga online. Every day in the morning we are doing online yoga. 98651 35274. The other one is 94879 35274. The third one is 86673 31903. Okay, there is also one email address www.Sai Gurusan Yoga Center. I'll repeat, Sai Gurusan Yoga Center.com. Sai Gurusan Yoga Center.com. Okay, anybody who wants to do practice yoga or any clarification you want, you can contact this number and get things clarified now. Okay, so I'm very happy to associate with you all today and this morning, and started your hotel program by giving an introduction to yoga, so that you practice this yoga, a simple exercise. This will keep you completely fit enough, and you can be able to do it anything. You can face anything now. Daily practice, that's most important. Don't do it for 1 or 2 days and leave it now. Daily as a sankalpa, you make a sankalpa and do it daily. Definitely, all the worries and stress will fly away from you, and you will be the fittest person, happiest person, energetic person available on earth now. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.